Oh, yeah, I think I also finally got down the cutout transition. I feel that. I had trouble with the using the auto background cutout feature thing. It has trouble with like clothing, like for example, like fancy clothing. Like the cutout gets easier if it's like big models in your face, or like kind of like in your face, big simple like shapes. Yeah, I'll show some examples I made. I'll show it. We got it. We got it. Yeah. Weighted conclaves. Stuff Goku would wear. God, it's such a cool song choice for the intro. All right, trainers, we're back again. Once again, Lotus League has returned for the season 3 iteration. This is the first week. We got an exciting match tonight. We got Los Chechitambos versus Panic at the Island. I hope I pronounced that right. Getting everyone up together. Everyone's gonna understand who wants first pick, second pick, all that stuff, all that jargon. Will be settled very soon. Sit tight. We'll get started in a bit. First banning phase of the league. Let's see what everyone's gonna be picking here. I see an Umbreon. That's to be expected. I see a Snorlax. Yep. Let's just get the usual ones out of the way. I also expect to see a Feraligatr pretty soon. Popular band as well as Yveltal. Question. Are there any current bans at the moment? I think everything's legal right now.
Shiram and Sation.
Yeah, Zation has the invincibility bug. Reshiram's
Yep.
very new.
Reshiram's first week, yeah. He'll be available next week.
Okay. I think we should probably we forgot to put that in the pre-bans, but like as long as they don't pick it, it's fine.
They know. I told him in the chat
Okay.
before the game.
As long as they don't pick it, it is a-okay. I forgot one key thing. This thing uses stream elements. I have to cut that back on. Give me
Oh
a second.
yeah. We gotta turn on the emojis.
I forgot about that.
Stream avatars.
It's been so long. But first, look at all these picks. Speaking of Yveltal, it's right there, front and center for Panic at the Island. Their very first pick. Kind of like it's
Ooh,
picking their
double
attacker
support. Oh,
first is a kind of a commitment.
two attackers.
Yes, that is a commitment. Meanwhile, on the other side for Los
Oh, never mind.
Chechitambos, they picked the defender supporter. That means they can pivot into any kind of composition that they would like. Let's see what they'll pick. I imagine they're gonna have to start picking attackers and all arounders at this point. Use a good one. It is a wonderful lane partner. Very good with secures with E-ball very early. It enhances lane partner. And there is the all-arounder pick or slash speaks to pick if that is who I think it is. S should be a Scyther. Don't be fooled. Scizor doesn't really run full heal. There's no real need. That's most likely a Scyther. And last two picks over for Panic at the Island. They're still cycling through the characters. They're not committing to anything yet. Perhaps a long range option would be of their best interest, or well, Mage Pikachu works and Mimikyu works. These are good picks. These are good picks indeed. The last pick for Taquito it will be Decidueye. Most likely Spirit Shackle. All right, two attackers each team. They're going to be there to support one another. Looking at the head-to-head, I would say both these comps are relatively even. Though they're going to have to, though the orange team, sorry, the purple team's going to have to be careful of the Scyther over on orange. That could be the X factor here. It is a speedster, and they just want to brush you right down and gap close and do all this sort of nonsense. You have to be careful. Oh, me, oh, mine. I have to actually log into my Steam again because my friend logged in last. What are those credentials? Well, here we go. We're going to have Yveltal heading into the top with Mr. Mime. That is an interesting top lane. I don't really see that before. We're going to have Mimikyu here head to the jungle for Panic and the island. Meanwhile, at the bottom, we're going to have Pikachu and Lapras. A pretty solid bottom lane. But speaking of bottom lanes, we're going to have an intruder. We're going to have Swinub invading this Mimikyu, and it managed to get the secure. Well, he's not giving up just yet. He is here for glory, and he will have it. Let's see if he can get this secure here. And, yep, Mimikyu got everything. Not bad at all. Well, the Swinub's in big trouble. And he's going to try to eject right on out of there. Okay, back towards the top. We have the jungler here. We also have Hoopa. try to defend as long as it can. I believe Scyther was KO'd. As both teams are going to get ready for the 850 farm spawn that they're going to have to compete for. Almost time. Yep, here it is. Who's going to bite the bullet first? I want to say that purple team got most of that. Here comes Pikachu. The assault is not over yet. That's an Electro Web. No real follow-up yet. He's aiming an Electro Ball at the Hoopa. His health is low. Mr. Mime might get KO'd here. Here comes Swinub. The wrath's not done. This is actually a secret 4-on-4. Mimikyu's not going to get out of this one. Even he took down a jungler. He just gave his experience away to the other team. That's a massive Ice Fang. Scyther, where'd you go? Actually, wait. They're there to clean up. Scyther's got his eye on the prize. I need to get level 5 right now. Pikachu's like, hey, stay away from that farm. It doesn't belong to you. You know what? You're right. I'm going to go to the other buff right here, the blue buff. Wait, you're right. I should have left, but I had the chance. None of this belongs to me. I'll try again next time. Oh, it is now the 8-minute mark. That means it's time for Regidrago. Neither team is quite fighting for it yet. Bottom team is doing its thing. Trying to defend its pad. That's a huge solar beam. This Pikachu is immortal damage, and that's a boosted KO. Another Ice Fang. Man, Mambo Ice Fang is so strong. Don't get to leave. That is another solar beam. Yep, Ice Fang and double KO for Mew. The mythical.
Looks like they're fighting back.
Looks like they are fighting back in effect. And looks like center is being claimed by Yveltal of Panic at the island. Well, it's 7:20, so more farms being competed for. Like their Chechitambos is gonna have to back up. He's taking a lot of damage, and he doesn't want to proc. Sorry, he doesn't want to stay long enough to proc the Yveltal passive. Or just basically more damage. Full tackle, E-ball, but Pikachu's in a precarious situation. He's gonna get KO'd for that. He got scooped up. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yes. Well, Mimikyu was trying to get the Decidueye all by its lonesome, but it's in a rat pack. Look at these guys huddling together. They don't go anywhere alone. Well, besides the Mew. Mew's on its own side quest. An important one. Stealing farm from the Lapras. That's an easy Regi secure for Scyther and Co. Now he's gonna have to back up. Actually, he's gonna get KO by Yveltal for the clapback. It's time for a counter push. Well, Mr. Mime's almost KO'd. I don't know if he's gonna be a part of that. Yveltal's gonna head somewhere else. No, he's gonna get stayed right up on that L bush. E-ball light screen. He's gonna ult in. These guys are at full health. It's not gonna actually do too much. Another E-ball for his troubles. This one from Mew. Yep, KO by Mew as I feared. Orange team has a range advantage over purple team. Uh-oh. Yeah, this Mimikyu just cannot get to the Decidueye like it wants. It's getting zoned out.
It looks like Desi became the predator.
Yep. The difference between Predator and Prey in this game is who's after who first. Ammo doing a good job gatekeeping. Have to secure with Desi. There goes Mr.
Nice.
Mime. His last performance, and time for a Desi ult. Down goes Lapras. They're going to have to give up this bottom pad. Time for a juicy score. Almost anyone will do. We're going to leave with the Desi. Let's get him more levels. Level 10 and uh-oh. Someone's being transported. There goes Mimikyu again all by itself and KO from the boosted. Remember, guys, it's called Pokemon Unite for a reason. Time to back up. Pikachu's trying to ult in. I think he's going to be able to get Mew unless he ults. That is a Mr. Mime ult. Mew's like, all right, I'm out of here. I was just a mirage. I was never here. Here comes another Yveltal ult. He's going to be able to get somebody. Down goes Scyther. Down goes Mammo. Gone in the flash. This is a successful counterattack. Here comes Mimi in the trick room. I believe it gets more defenses inside the trick room. The Shadow Sneak itself almost KO'd Mimikyu. Oh, Scyther's going in. Back to the
That's
Pokemon
fun.
Center.
This is sweaty already.
Right.
It's only minute 4.
This is very sweaty.
I like it.
I think you've also body blocked for Pikachu. I think that's what happened.
He took one.
But
Took one
why?
for the team.
But
I don't
why?
know. Maybe he needed his ult early.
That is a good point. Ult charge. If you get KO'd, that's, I believe, a 10% ult charge.
Yeah, exactly. Like at 3:30, might as well use it now.
Oh, wait, getting, the Sidroid getting boxed in. He's gonna have to run back a little bit.
Your last ult?
All right, who's gonna get this? It's gonna be Yveltal getting that Regice secure. Yeah, this is pretty sweaty. You're right. I'm like
Literally
watching
1
it.
point difference right now. I don't think they know that they're literally 1 point each other.
The iframes from Hoopa de-transforming from the Unbound form saved it for the Yveltal ult. Ay, ay, ay. You're right, it is a 1 point difference. Well, looks like Panic, well, might fight for Regidrago. There have 2 members at the center. Pikachu is boxing out Mamo, which is crazy. Mamo's here. He's like, I could go for one more attempt. No, it was going straight for Mimikyu. I don't think anyone got it. I don't see the didn't see the game
No,
update.
I don't think so. I think it disappeared.
At like 1 HP, it disappeared.
Yeah, literally. They
Well,
could get that if they trip.
one more Regieleki for the road. Why not? That's additional points, so that matters, given how close everything is.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, it's time for Groudon, which...
It's a really close game.
All right. Well, due to Orange Team having bottom pad still up, they're going to have control of mostly the bottom side. Mamo going in, just whiffing the Ice Fang. Oh, there is Mimikyu. He's gonna have to back up. Pikachu's going in with the ultimate.
Oh, Pikachu
Everyone's
got the
backing
Scyther.
up. We got the scythe there. Pikachu eats peaches for breakfast. Lapras is expressing in. There goes the Sidroid. He has nowhere else to go.
Pikachu.
Oh, let's see what's here. This with the real action here. Yep, that is a secure. Hannah got AtDIsland got the first Groudon of season 3. Yep, they're gonna have to give up that pad. Oh, it's winnable. Purple team doesn't have to score anymore, but they just have to save their buff.
Yeah.
All right, it's looking better now. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's easy eats. That's easy eats. He knows. He missed. And he's at 1 HP.
One
He's
HP
looking for him. All right.
Oh,
Mamo got that
no,
one.
no.
It's not over yet. They're getting buffs now. That should be
Yeah,
easy
but the
eats.
Mamo had the buff and it died.
Don't kill him, Mew. All right,
Okay,
smart.
there you go.
Uh-oh.
Jesse has a buff.
They have to get... Ooh, they have to get rid of
Ooh.
him. All right, Predator and Prey.
We need
Predator
at
and
least
Prey.
2
Yep.
scores.
They're going to need 2 scores. They have 20 seconds. And Pikachu was lying in wait. That
No
should
score
do
for
it.
you.
That should do it.
That should do it.
Game 1 to Panic at the island. That was...
They should have made the other team panic.
Well, that was a very eventful game number 1. I am surprised. These games, both these teams would not let up. Well, final score is 317 to 138. Pretty good. Pretty good. MVP is going to be Jacko. 8 KOs, 4 assists, 88 overall rating, 138 points scored. Pretty good stuff. Battle Data supports this. He was doing a lot of damage. 78,000 is pretty good. Granted, over on our Orange team are Los Chechitambos, sorry. So Hito has 107,000 damage dealt along with me with a 90. These guys are doing a lot of damage. Just didn't work out this time. Well, this is All Star Draft, so these 10 Mons are out of here in the past. Well, we look forward to the future. Hope you guys look forward to that future very soon. Sit tight, we're going to get the next match started. Slugs can control and create a lot of space. And we're going to have Psyduck also on the first pick on Panic on the Island for our purple team. And there is the Feraligatr. So we didn't get to see much of this mana last season in Lotus League because it just kept getting banned. And now here it is. Can't wait to see what it could do. Next two picks over for our orange team. Los Chechitambos. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Satian is banned.
Oh, we're gonna have to restart. Ah, what are they gonna learn? What are we gonna do with them? What to do? What to do? What to do? All the rest of this drafting phase is pretty much useless. We're gonna have to do a reset, folks. Well, on top of redoing this, we have to unban these Pokemon that have been selected, like, barring Zacian. I believe that's how it works. In this situation, I'm just gonna take a screenshot for our records. And we're having Uma yell at them on their chat. I can tell, I can just hear it. Furiously typing away. Rightfully so. And yeah, well, sit tight another few minutes while as we get this resolved. And don't go anywhere. Yes. Yes. Please do. They never learn. Excellent. Oh, we're here for real now. Let's try this again. Lines are the same as last time. So far, so good. I wonder what else will be the same.
It's up to the station, so they get Feraligatr and Psyduck, and they get Snorlax. What? Did they just do? Oh my god. We need to reset again.
Wait, what did they do?
They chose their Feraligatr.
I thought it was just gonna be a redraft since like they had it on the legal like.
No. This is what happens when the captain's not present. Like, bro, please don't do this to me. Oh, I gotta take another screenshot because, like, seriously,
uh,
guys, man. This is why it's very important to have a vice captain. Like, bro, this is game 2.
uh,
All right, they're trying to argue with me when it's their fault. Like, don't start with me. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. What's that? Feraligatr, Mewtwo, Psyduck, Snorlax, Crustle.
uh, human error. Hey Pokemon, how you doing? Don't mind us. We're just cleaning up a mess.
Yeah, because people don't
Twice.
listen.
I just clean up this mess. Can we keep this place clean for 2 seconds?
Literally, game 2, y'all. Fuck. Okay, there should only be 13 bands. A9. Did I get Intel out? No. 12 bands. All right, you ready? Let's do it again.
Yep. Let's just do it again.
Even my cat's like, what is this, Mom?
What is going on?
He's watching like, what is this?
Well, this looks like it for real. Wonderful. No one broke anything just yet. All right. I see Blastoise. I see Meganium. I see Scalar Dirge, Urshifu, or some all-arounder. All-rounder number 86. I say that as a joke, but like that's gonna be a reality very soon.
We have to reset again because it didn't save.
Oh, my. Ah, it didn't save the things you unbanned.
No.
Ay, oy, vey. Look what you made me do.
Dude, this is why Kevin needs to show up for his matches. Because I'm tired of adminning this when I'm given attitude. I wish there was a skip button.
Same. Can't we skip dialogue options?
Or just like allow, the reset button to be in draft versus like wait for the game to start, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's just par for the course for these things. So simply must endure. Yeah, I guess. Back to the stream. Yeah, it is Skeldurge, Ganium, Waffle, Tyranitar, Zoroark. Play no one, you ready for the other 5? Blastoise. Blaziken as well, yes. Sableye, Rio, and plus. And Blastoise. Was chosen on the one beforehand. Nice. Yeah. I'm gonna go through each role. So Koopa, Mr. Mime, Sonic are banned right now. Mr. Mime. Yeah, first one. Yeah, it's currently banned. I'm just reading off what's currently banned. Ah. Yeah, I don't. No, they're not. That means we also need to unban Psyduck then, because I don't remember seeing a Psyduck either. I see 14. Yes. I think we're good now.
Swear to God. Oh my God. They're going to choose Raichu. Whatever. Yeah, choose your Snorlax, because I gave you guys this direction. Jesus. Thank you. Okay, now we're good.
Now we can live again.
Jeez. Oh, this would be a blooper.
This would absolutely be a blooper.
Just series of Umi just fucking crashing out. Valid crash outs, though. Hiroki's like, no, thank you for dealing with it. Like, Kotoko, where are you, kitty cat? Yo. Is there a science between cats and Christmas trees?
I think they just like the flashing lights.
Without the lights on. She loves like the Christmas tree I have in my gaming room. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, kitty. Oh, can't fit in that tree.
Who was the
All
animal
right.
who started this cascade? Who chose Zacian first? We'll punish him.
Kevin's team.
Uh,
It's been Kevin's team that's been messing up.
this cascade of errors.
God damn, Kevin.
Good morning, sure. Well, it's night for me, but good morning to you, man. What's up? They can finally get this game started.
Let's get it started. We got Panic at the Island.
Panic at
Versus
the Island,
Lotus.
creating a panic. Gonna have.
Well, they didn't create the panic.
Well, true. They did not create the panic. That orange dudes over there, they did this. All right, we're gonna get a Subble secure. No dice. Sonic is back from previewing the center. Over at the top, Sonic and Phalanx are gonna be fighting Buzzswole and Eldegoss. Phalanx this early in All-Star Draft. Nah, that's... You don't see that guy till, like, later. But I suppose there's no real counters right now, so why not? Probably saving their stronger picks for later. Phalanx is taking a lot of damage, though. Buzzwole is being a bit greedy here. And now he'll pay for his hubris. What, you thought, like, the jungler wasn't gonna show up and help out his boy? Is that it? Well, that's all the experience for Panic at the Island. And now it's time for an attack. Well, Crocodile, you're gonna have to get out of there. You don't want to get KO'd for this. Back at the bottom, though. Oh, he didn't get the secure. He's level 4 and small. Run away! Eat the berry. Dude, you're just gonna have to let that go. Try to out-secure him. Or, come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. No, hit that guy. Yes! Oh, hell yeah, we're large in the charge now. Whoa, whoa, wait. Someone's being invaded here. This poor Crocodile. They stole his only food. Now he'll starve. Well, that was a successful gank. Pretty good. Down it goes. Intel's not intel yet. Needs to reach level 7. I'm sure, but Choke appreciates all these stacks. He's got his eyes on somebody. And a secure and a submission suplex. Meanwhile, Sylveon just yelling at Snorlax. Stop scoring. Stop backcapping. Please. There's the secure on Reggie Drago by Machoke. Yep, Panic at the Island's coming in full force towards the top pad. That's a double KO for the Feraligatr. He's got his jaws on somebody else. Serena's going to be attacking from the back, taking down Phalanx and getting a double KO of her own. Well, there's not much Sida can do here. He's going to just have to back up and try not to get shot. Another submission for the Serena, who's almost at level 9. Scratch that, at level 9 right now. I just love the way Buzzwole just grabs people and just slams them and uses them like as a projectile. That's just always funny to look at. Speaking of looking at things, back in the enemy jungle of Panic at the Island, I was actually about to say Panic at the Disco. That is an ultimate from Serena. Psyduck's gonna try to live another day, but won't be unable to. Thanks to the calm mind of Sylveon, is gonna be able to fight back a little bit. Someone is unsupervised over here, and it's Intel. That's a KO. Phalanx holding it down, using the Mega Horn. It's not going down just yet. That's a lot of damage right there. Electra's trying to get a score in. Probably gonna getting uppercutted away, but there is the waterfall. You're not gonna be able to escape for Alligator. Ah. 4 scores for Panic at the Island. Oh, this top fight has been going on for a while. I've just realized. A lot of back and forth. No fights, not super clean, so reinforcements always arrives. Like this. Buzzwole trying to use that movement speed to live. Oh, he went back in for that? There's the waterfall. He will be able to leave. Snorlax did not need to ult there. So this top fight's just been going on for like 2 minutes. Over 2 minutes. Scores 162 to 130, and I believe it's going to remain there for like the next couple minutes. You know, in one regard, this is looking like a pubs game where like teams just fight forever. But on the other hand, this is so sweaty, like no team has any real advantage right now. Oh, more hyper voices. There goes Eldegoss. There goes Psyduck. Both supports are out of here first. These guys always have an escape option if things go dire. Crowd Getter's like yum 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 yum. Snorlax is like no 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 no. I'm not on the menu. You could eat something else. 7 more points till that thing actually breaks. 40 or 24? They've chosen 40. The balance has been broken up top, finally. Peace in the land. Oh no, there's another team fight. Oh, Fralgetter's stuck. No, he made it out of there. No, wait. He found his next meal. He chose whatever Snorlax is. This, I'm about to say, Felix has been back there for a while and he only just got KO'd. There comes another submission from a champion. There's the hyper voices. There is the serves. Serena's gonna be ulting in at the 3-minute mark. Here's another suplex from the champion. Serena's not going down. Chechitambos is on the attack. Sonic passive has procced. They might be able to defend this pad a little longer. That's a 3. That's another 3. All right, it has been broken, and Swablu has taken down Eldegoss. Oh, there goes Serena, finally going down. Yeah, these two teams have just been like fighting forever. I think they like it. I didn't know any better. Well, purple team is taking an aggressive positioning, and not all of them are together. This might be precarious. Another block from Snorlax running straight into that defender. Buzzwole has eyes on Fralligator, but no block to stop them. That's major damage for those two. Half of Chechitambos' team is gone. There's the Fralligator ult. Eldegoss is ulting in to live its life. They're ripping this Kyogre. No one's impeding them. That's another submission from a champ. He might ult pretty soon. He's gonna body block the snipe shot from Inteleon, KOing him in the process. All right. Panic at the Island took game number 2. An interesting development. Well, score is 2-0 in this best of 5. Panic at the Island's on game point. They just need one more. They'll be the champions of the set. Look at the final score here. We have 470 to 186. Details will reveal all. MVP is Phalanx. 7 KOs and 10 assists. 193 points scored, 87 overall rating. Pretty good stuff. Now data, yep. This Phalanx was actually popping off a little bit. 91,000 damage dealt. Pretty good stuff. He was always in that back line, just commanding his troops. Another standout damage number is the Serena Tokido. 115,000 damage dealt. He's always doing good damage, but they're just not closing out these fights properly at the end. The thing that kind of went wrong for this Kyogre fight was Snorlax and Buzzwole were isolated, and they got double KO'd in the top right Elbush. The fight kind of fell apart after that part. All right. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We're going to get the next match set up. Hopefully with no mistakes. Stay tuned.
My cat broke my Christmas tree.
Christmas tree in the closet? Or you have a
No,
traditional
the
Christmas tree up?
like little gaming Christmas tree I put in my gaming room. She
Ah,
jumped on it and it broke one of the legs. Like it snapped one of the plastic legs, so now I'm trying to balance a Christmas tree.
was that before or after you yelled at your kid?
Pretty much.
Poor little kid. I only wanted to have some fun. Had too much fun. Anyways, back
Pretty
to
much.
these
It went
bad.
timber.
It went to. Well, same as before. This might be the final game if Panic at the Island closes out strong. But Chechitambos is not too far behind. They can win these team fights, as we saw last game. The top team fight lasted like half the game. And that finally ended when the orange team's top pad broke after like 5 minutes. So these guys came to fight and they came to win. Let's take a look at these picks. We're gonna have Crustle as the first pick, getting in a defender. We're also gonna have another defender in Jacko's Blastoise, the big man, followed by a Clefairy, a healing support, a Clefable. Next two picks. All right, now either team can pivot to whatever they want. Let's see what Regretless picks. And Blade Becca. There comes another healing support. One deserves another. This is good. And we're going to have a Speedster in Dodrio. Remember, 3 hits are better than 1. Next on the left, we're going to have an attacker, it looks like. A lot of good choices left. There is a Snorlax. Sorry, Slowbro. Always mix those two up for some reason, name-wise. Slowbro here has the Slow Beam. A very powerful ult. He's going to put someone in timeout. Dodrio has to be careful. And accompanying him is going to be Zapdos. That is a oppressive early laner. Does a lot of damage. It can be out-secured, but it won't be easy. Last two picks over on Los Chechitambos. We're going to have Raichu and another Speedster in Leafeon. Double Speedsters here. Will they do a jungle split or they're going to leave the jungle to just one of them? Last pick over for Panic at the Island. We're going to have Hiruki on Aegislash. Aegislash not so popular, but it does show up here and there. Aegislash is actually hard to bring down due to its stance change. Goes into the shield form and it just powers right through everything. His hinder's resistant. Yeah, it's a good Pokemon. Now, the kind of core of this game is how well the two speedsters can pretty much dominate the game. If they have a strong early start, they'll be in a good position to win this. But if the speedsters even fall behind just even once, then like it's going to be very difficult to kind of reinsert themselves back into the game. Things loading in. How you guys enjoying the matches so far? This is outside of the fumble we had earlier with restarting 3 times. It's been pretty exciting so far. I'd like to say I've been enjoying myself. All right, game number 3. We're here and we're ready. Clefairy and Squirtle heading to the top. And we're going to have Aegislash in the center. And over at the bottom, we're going to have Slowpoke and Zapdos. They'll be going off against Raichu as the Pikachu and Crustle. Zapdos a little slow with the secure there, but getting a lot of good damage on the Crustle and proccing its Focus Band. Able to keep being aggressive. That is an early discharge. That is a flub. Gonna have a hard time securing that, but it looks like Slowpoke's on the case. Back at the top, Leafeon is ready for around the 920 mark. And we're going to start snowballing quickly. Getting some stacks in early. Oh, Aegislash came in. Is on its second stage. Bit of a discourse at the center. Saw Zapdos. Wow. Top lane has an interesting development. I'm interested in what's happening in bottom lane. Zapdos is coming back. Good wall from Crustle, slowing down the Zapdos, slowing down all that damage he's putting out. It's time for Leafeon to get the second half of his jungle. But in the meantime, over at the top, Dodrio is a Dodrio at level 5. Has some points for stacks. That is a KO on Squirtle. They have Clef just wasting time. And stealing farm. There it is. That's a knockout. Leaf on his back at level 7, looking for that level 8. Squirtle's just trying to get any piece of farm that it can. There it is. Level 5. Well, it is 7:50. That means Ranger Drago has been around for at least 10 seconds. Leafon is around it. Gonna get a Baltoy to reach his level 8. Gonna run into the AtDIsland. Doesn't want to fight that just yet. Yep, there is that stance change we were talking about for AtDIsland. Zapdos still rocking the discharge. Doesn't have Zap Cannon just yet. There goes the Leafeon ult. Massive damage. There goes AtDIsland. Getting KO'd in the process. Leafeon looks like it's going to start on the Regidrago. Good choice. Slowpoke's going to try to be a hero and trying to surf for the secure. Yep. No dice. But a lot of damage on Leafeon, but it's going to be able to walk away from this one. A happy landing. At 30, score for Raichu. First one on the bottom. Back over on Dodrio land. Gonna get a berry. But Panic at the Island's gonna start ripping this Regirock. That is a secure. Here comes more. Dodrio's a little low. Can't quite commit to an action just yet. That's what the tri-attack is for. Raichu's going to be able to claim that Regieleki all by itself and score a 40, and Regieleki will score 20. Nope, it broke before the score. I misspoke. Leafon is here, and I'm pretty sure it has an ult. There it is. Double KO. Can we get a triple? Nope, you got to share with the Dodrio. No, wait, he didn't get the triple. And the score continues. Well, looks like I just... Whoa, Crustle ulted. He's getting a lot of good damage. Leaving his team to get out there and steal some farm. Doing a sacrifice play. Get all that Baltoy. Baltoy with a lot more experience these days. The tri-attack from the Dodrio. Keeping his spacing. Isn't this a pleasant surprise? Los Chechitambos leading this game. First time in the set. 31 to 246. And they have both their pads up. So far, the double speedsters are working out. That is a serious hit and run. AtDIsland whiffing his ultimate. Here comes Crustle. That is a clutch eject. Just getting out of that attack from AtDIsland. Double KO for Dodrio. Neck that a triple piece. Uh-oh, Dodrio's in a bit of trouble here, getting stuck on the boosted attack, electrical field of Zapdos. Slow beam on the Raichu. He has chosen who he wants to get KO'd. I don't think Alcreamy's gonna be able to get out of this one. Yep, KO. Panic at the Island starting to clap back a little bit. Getting positioning over at the Regieleki towards the bottom. There's that Leafeon ult. Here's the Hydro Typhoon. AtDIsland secures Regieleki. Russell's in a bit of a jam, but he reached the cake here for Alcremie ult. Gonna lift the fight again. Zapdos is just gonna ult that space over there. Massive damage on the Crustle, but it's gonna ult to try to live. Getting massive damage. KO on the Blastoise. Leafeon's in trouble here, getting blocked away. More KOs are following suit. There's the final cleanup from Dodrio and Raichu. They've successfully defended their bottom pad. That's an important one, folks. With bottom pad and the final objective coming up, they're going to be able to take prime positioning over at the bottom side. which is very coveted real estate. Another ult from Leafeon. Massive damage. Zapdos is left alone here. Getting got a KO. Dodrio's ulted at just the 3-minute mark. Another Hydro Typhoon from Blastoise. A little bit late. There's no follow-up. Yep, that's a KO. Bit wasteful of resources. They're gonna need to. Well, he's the only one who doesn't have it all. He's gonna need to farm it back ASAP. But Leafeon has other plans at the bottom. He's siphoning away some of the farm. All right, things are winding down. About to have our team fight here. Leafeon getting that 50 bomb. Where's he gonna go to now? Oh, that critical hit, 1600 damage. Oh, they can't chase Leafeon because they're just gonna leave Groudon unattended and there's a Raichu in play. Leafeon's gonna go for another back cab at this point. They don't even need to touch Groudon. They just gotta monitor these guys in the choke point. So Drio's like, well, now that you scored and now that they not gonna rip it, it's my turn to score. AtDIsland has understood the play. He's gonna try to stop these guys, but he's only one body. That's gonna be another backup for Leafeon at the top. It's gonna get stuffed out. So Dodrio has reconvened with his team. There's the Hydro Typhoon and an eject from Blastoise. No dice. AtDIsland has been boxing out this Leafeon. There goes Blastoise and Zapdos and Clefable. Lowbro has ulted Dodrio, but it's done nothing. AtDIsland has lost the ones to Leafeon, and that is a wipe. Yep, this should be a game over. Chechitambos has won game number 3. There's the team surrender. They're just like, hey, we're gonna move this along. Let's not waste time. You guys got that one. We understand. You guys got that one. To answer your question, MJ, I'm not sure if MWO Mew World Order plays today. They might be playing in the. Well, wait, is Mew World Order in this league, Umi? Do you know? I remember seeing their names. But they might be in another league, AJ. Just to answer your question. Final score here is going to be 31 to 457. Nice comeback from Chechitambos. Tokido finally taking his rightful place as MVP. He's been playing very consistently. He's been doing a lot. 9 KOs, 4 assists, 86 overall rating. But honestly, Dodrio has more impressive stats. 10 KOs, 14 assists. He just didn't score as much. See what the game values. Keep that in mind. Battle data here. 118,000 damage dealt. And 95,000 damage dealt from both species respectively. Both species got an early lead and they just kept the momentum going in their favor. Not bad, not bad at all. Well,
they're ready whenever you are.
They're ready already? I could just go straight back to the lobby? All right. Yeah. Well, let's get started with the next game.
First pick Groudon. Hiroki's. (3-1). We're on game 4.
Game 4. Well, Panic at the Island still on match point. They just need one more. Chechitambos got their work cut out for them. They're gonna get some bans here. They're gonna ban Charizard Y. They've chosen their villain to vilify. They don't want to deal with that Pokemon. Any Charizard is a very good board breaker. Any team that has a solid formation, Charizard's going to say, no, break that up and fight. I got work to do. All right. These are the bands, about the same as before. There's a Latios. That is a ban. Last ban for the base 2. No ban at all. That could be one of two things. One that is on purpose too. Someone had a game crash or just didn't ban anything in time. Now I know that's 3 things. Shut up and pay attention to this first pick. Trevenant, he's here. That's a defender. A juicy one at that. First picking looks like Suicune. Strong choice. It is a wonderful mage that just freezes the competition. And it will be supported by an Vaporeon. Most likely running Aqua Ring as the stand-in healing support. Next 2 picks, we're going to have Mewtwo X in game number 4. All right. Mewtwo X showing up a bit earlier than I would anticipate. I see he is double stacking in attack weight and a cookie with a potion. This tells you this is a recover Mewtwo with most likely a size strike for the damage reduction and the hindrance resistance. It's also going to be supported by Meganium, another healing support. Next 2 picks over on Chechitambos, we're going to have a Speedster and Absol, accompanied by a Skeledirge. Getting some more of a range advantage that is much needed. You don't always want to fight a team up close, especially a Mewtwo X, a Meganium, and a Trevenant. You're going to want some distance. Given how brawl heavy this team is, I'm understanding the Latios ban now. Next, 2 picks over for Panic at the Island is going to be Venusaur and a Meowth. Now, is this Beamosaur, Solar Beam, Sludge Bomb / Mega Drain, or is this a Pedal Dance Venusaur? Not too sure yet. It could change. It could absolutely change. I'd imagine it's just going to be Solar Beam because that's just a strong weapon to have, you know. Snipe him with energy. You can only really have Skeletors be able to start contesting it somewhat. And then we have Blaziken as the last pick for Chechitambos. It is still a very good all-arounder. Has good sustainability with Fire Punch. Has amazing secure and damage with Overheat. And good mobility with Blaziken. All right, here we are. Loading on up. No one has complained about crashes yet. I'm just going to assume he was absent-minded for that ban. No complaints here. Look at all these green badges. Oh, these guys are in Legends. Oh my goodness. They've been playing. Granted, the season's like 11 days in, so it's not that surprising. All right. Let's get down to business. We're going to have Phantup and Bulbasaur heading towards the bottom. They'll be being backed up by Meowth, who is in the jungle over here. And on the top, we're going to have Chikorita and Mewtwo X. Mewtwo X just needs to survive to get to level 5. They'll be going off against Absol and Vaporeon. Early secure for, I believe, Chikorita, who has 9 points in holding. And it's going to be a stack for Vaporeon, trying to get to its level 4 immediately. Over at the bottom, we're going to have Suicune taking down the Phantom. Bulbasaur is left alone. His only kind of secure is his basic attacks. He's being very patient. Razor Leaf. Looks like Rookie D got it. There is the pushback from Water Pulse. Back at the top. Oh, P2X goes down. Combusken's going to be going down as well. Chikorita is such an X factor up here. Just healing and giving his team a lot of chances. That's going to be an easy score. It has evolved. It has reached level 5. D2X is back. Absol's like, I can't fight that just yet. I'm a lane speedster. Back at the bottom. Yep, Venusaur and Phantom having a rough time. There it goes again. More scores and more stacks over at the bottom. Oh yeah, I believe that Combustion's almost fully stacked at this point. He's actually going to go for the invade. Now he's going to let that go. That's Meowth. Is Meowth running Payday? Yes, it is. Interesting choice. I can see it. There's a lot of stage control being exhibited by a Muddy Water, Vaporeon, and a Whirlpool Ice Beam Suicune. He doesn't want to get in on that. He just wants to throw coins at people. We have both grass starters from 2 different generations having an alliance against this water type. Both water types, grass versus water here. Everyone honing in at the center. Here comes the fire type. Rooting the fun for everyone. And a secure with overheat. Easy stuff. Good eject, but one eject deserves another. And he threw money at him. Hey, you forgot your change. Look at this Meowth go getting another eject. That is the Meowth passive being active right now. If it collects enough coins on the floor, it gets to reroll at a battle item. Double KO for the Blaziken. Another overheat kill. Almost got a triple KO on the Focus Blast. They're gonna have a 28 overcap. Good stuff. They're controlling the bottom side on Regirock. But over at the top, that is Regieleki being dealt with. One pad is broken versus another. That is a goal getter on Meowth. He might make use of it. He has 20 points holding. Blaziken's going to get another score in. Has increased scoring speed because it secured Regidrago. Meowth pre-activating its item because it wants another battle item. There goes the Skeletor's ultimate, hitting the Trevenant only. Should have held it a little bit longer, get a high value target. E2 going in with the side strike is getting him damage. There is the recover. Absol is here. Is he gonna ult? Not yet. Here it is. There's the eject, but that's a speed boost from the using Unite move. He's gonna chase down its territory. Triple KO for Absol. All right. Things are calming down a little bit. Scores 95 to 146. Gonna have Blaziken setting up another overhit. It doesn't really want to be stunned by Trevenant, who is currently level 7 and falling behind. There's the Mewtwo ult. And a Mega Evolution. It is on top of this Blaziken, but its time is already up. It didn't do enough damage, but they have collapsed on Absol. Another overheat, popping the Vaporeon passive. There comes the Suicune ult. Overheat. Recover. Not enough, though. Absol with the cleanup. And a double KO for Suicune. Oh. I would say it's almost time to break this top pad, but they don't have enough points. There goes the Regieleki. Looks like they're going to let this walk in. I would say the pressure is fizzled, but they're just not done yet. Dodging the one hammer, that's a good dodge. And dodging the horn lead. These guys are pros here. Uh-oh. Meowth has ulted, but so did Absol, and it's intangible, but it's going to get taken out by a side strike. Blaziken running away full speed ahead. Not giving up on the Altaria here. And a Swablu getting the farm. All right. That ult was a bit unnecessary, but I get it. You got to take down this Blaziken. He's tough to deal with. That is a big Venusaur ult. Meganium's going to go down here, but this is a strong formation. Oh, no. He found Terrafinite. No. More back shots. Got to keep your head on the swivel there. Well, this is a surprise. This Meowth is level 13. It has been doing its thing. Getting some high-profile kills. Uh-oh.
They really want to go to game 5.
Yes, they do. Scores 135 to 233. I mean, I'm about a game 5. This is when All-Star Draft, like, really matters. Imagine in Fearless.
I was thinking the same thing. It's only week 1, buddy.
Whoa, that Horn Leech. Down goes Axel, getting called out. Another Sludge Bomb. Solar Beam's about to show up in about a second. Yep, there it is. Just whiffing the Vaporeon. Another huge Wood Hammer and Horn Leech. Trevenant's passive is about over. He's gonna get KO'd. Another Solar Beam. Venusaur needs to get out of here. That's a double KO for Blaziken, who's level 14 himself. Gonna have to let the Meganium go, my friend. I'm sorry. He'll fend for himself. Triple KO. What are you still doing here? Please. Please reconsider. Yep, there it goes. Make that a quad for Blaziken. Do I hear a Penta? A Penta's coming. You know that, right? Well, look at all that hindrance resistant at work for Mewtwo X and its Side Strike and damage reduction. No Penta for you. Try again later. Mewtwo getting extra damage here. Not bad, might as well. But it's gonna fizzle due to the Aqua Ring. That is a big Solar Beam. That's their time to go in. Mewtwo does not have an ultimate yet. There goes the ultimate from Venusaur, and that is a whiff. Suicune has ulted, and that's a swing and a miss. There's a Whirlpool, and there's an Ice Beam, and there's a Freeze, but not big enough. No follow-up. Absol is back, and that is a whiffed ult. Blaziken takes down Venusaur. Oh, we have Meowth in the back here. He has an eject, trying to one blast the wall, and there he goes. Whoa, there is that Skeletor Jolt. Right to the choke. Trennett's trying to do the best that it can, but it just doesn't have enough help. Mewtwo has Mega Evolved. He has no points. He can't backcap. I think he just realized that. Heading towards the center. Mewtwo is gonna try to do what he can, but he's all out of Mega now. There goes Venusaur to the Absol. Mewtwo can't really secure. He's gonna get KO'd. Well, looks like we're gonna get a game 5. Terminate ult, but no follow-up. Venusaur ult getting massive damage. Meowth attacking from the back. Suicune ult, Mewtwo ult, and that is all she wrote. All right, 135 to 471. Chechitambos is back in the set, and they could take this thing. They're one game away as well. They're also at match point. Let's check out these report cards. Tokido, once again, the MVP for a second time. A repeat performance. 9 KOs and 9 assists, 193 points scored, and 91 overall MVP rating. That is a lot of nines. Is this a German Blaziken? I don't know. Looking at the battle data, 122,000 damage dealt. Yes, this is the damage leader. MVP for a reason. Well, we're moving on to the last game. Looks like they're making their picks. They're doing it in a timely fashion. We're about to get into this game 5. Really highly contested set. First set to kick off Lotus League Season 3, Week 1. Let's get active. I just saw your message. Yeah, it's at this point it's 2-2. But before it was 2-1. Paradise Panic at the Island. Yeah, Panic only won they won the first game, and then like all the resets happened. Game 2 didn't even happen yet. Awesome. Start it up. Is that a Gengar band? I mean,
Yes.
sure, why not at this point?
I mean, it's game 5, you know.
Now, Darkrai, I absolutely believe in that band. That mon is bush.
Maybe they're just banning all the speedsters.
And this, why not? They showed double speedster earlier, so why not ban the speedsters? I actually
Like, let's just ban the rest of them.
and the rest. Take out an
Just
entire
like
classification.
one time.
I wish people were this enthusiastic about banning supports.
Right? I mean, they were last season. Look, see, there's the comfy. No comfy for you. A speedster's favorite.
Yes. Now, there's still plenty of speedsters left. There is. Oh, Zeraora is one of them. Rapidash. And there's some good ones.
Yeah, but with no comfy, no sweet kiss.
Oh man, now they have to do things themselves. What a
They have to use skill.
They have to be skillful. They have to be skillful in the skillful mon category. Well, Espeon this late into the game is blasphemous, but it is a strong first pick.
Hey, to let it in.
Let it through. Attackers. What's going on here? That mon should be like picked for round 1 and 2.
Yeah, but Espeon's such a strong pick, and it's not banned right now. I'd take it.
Yeah.
Especially for game 5. You need that secure.
Give me that. Give me that. Oh, there's the Rapidash. Speaking of the devil. Maybe a Metagross too. Over on the right side, we're getting double all-rounders, but hey, let's not get into it. Delmice is not already defender. It looks like both teams need some defenders. We also have Arnokuni here heading over to Panic at the Island. So far, their draft pick is looking like a round 1 draft pick, honestly. Minus the supports. I don't really think there's any left that they want to pick, even though there's still good supports left, in my opinion. They got Sableye, for example. Sableye's actually a good support in team play. Such an annoyance. Next 2 picks over for Chechitambos. We're going to have Mewtwo Y and Cramorant. I actually like Cramorant. I think he's a good pick. Looking at all those late scalers on his team, He wants to like not take experience from the experience pool and provide good value and early secures. That pick makes this team comprehensible. Mituai is also another good lane partner. Doesn't really have much secure, but it does put a lot of pressure on the opponents. And last pick for that team will be Serlage, another strong all-arounder. But will there be enough experience for that team? Over on the left side, our purple team, we're going to have Empoleon and Greninja. Well, you guys, they've been banning species. We're going to pick the next best thing, Greninja. Now, that team on the right, that team is ready for a fight. They're ready to fight up close and personal.
Agreed. Ooh, a gold horse? That's interesting.
Gold badge, Rapidash. Front and center.
I haven't seen one in a while.
Well, looking at this, I would say I think Espeon might have a field day with this composition. Unless it's just being a weirdo running Future Sight and stored power. One side strike. Don't be a hero. Don't be an individual. One side strike.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it. That move sucks. Oh, he's heading to the top. Interesting choice. The Speedster and Defender. Oop, wrong button over there. Speedster and Defender are going to head towards the bottom here. They'll be going off against Cramorant and Delmise. Yep. Galarian Ponyta's just going to get the easy stacks in, but that's more experience for Cramorant. Cramorant likes this very much. Back at the top, Mewtwo and Gibble. Now, that is a combination you don't want to run head first into. They will make you pay. Piplup and Eevee are keeping their distance as they should. Whoa, whoa, what are you doing here, Greninja? What are you doing, Frogadier? Whoa, 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 you can't do that. B2Y goes down, but that's A-okay. That should be this. Yep, there it is. I tell you, Espeon should cook here. Espeon should cook. That's a double KO already. Let's take a look at bottom. It's Cramorant and Articuno. This Articuno's not going to be able to do much. Frogadier heading to the center. Luckily, it had such a wonderful Espeon to pick up the slack. That's another KO, speaking of which. Let's take a look at this Bond. This Bond is having a field day right now. Yep. Another side strike. And another side strike. It already has side shock available. That is going to transfer the stun for mons who are grouped up. Well, Orange team is not interested in the objective. They're really interested in Espeon. Yep. That is the strength of that team. If they're grouped up, they're going to be very difficult to deal with. Bullying that poor attacker out of the top. They want the stacks, and they want it now. Delmise whiffed the move, so he doesn't get any shields. Y has Megad. It's creating plenty of space. Yep, that's a KO on Espeon. Overextend a little bit. Mewtwo's gonna need some backup here. Yep, and a double KO. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Take the activate barrier and run. Just out of the time of the blizzard. Meanwhile, Cramorant getting big and strong, working its way to the top at level 8.5. With the Arrokuda already in its mouth. He's ready to fire. Yep, here he is. This is a dive Cramorant. Whoa, massive damage, Serial Jolt. And a side strike. And a slash. That is 4 members gone for Panic at the island. Gabite will be chopping away at this Regieleki all by itself and is well equipped to do so.
You almost said disco again, didn't you?
I did. Why'd you catch that? Stop telling on me. Alright, Cramorant lying away to... Uh-oh, that's a big pull. Cramorant ulting, interestingly enough. Didn't need to do that. You have the numbers advantage. There goes Espeon. Yep. And a headbutt to Duke. The bike taking down the Rapidash. What happened up there? Let's go back to Cramorant and friends. Well, everyone's getting attacked. Cramorant's like, I'm a whirlwind that. Keep your distance, bud. This is a hit and run type of Cramorant with the dive.
Agreed.
There's the side strike. You're gonna keep your distance. Now goes Empoleon. A Mewtwo Y ultimate. They have a damage reduction. Sorry, special lower defenses. Yep, it's starting to hurt.
It's starting to hurt. The Garchomp's going wild.
Yep. Trying to chase down this Greninja, but he can't quite catch it. Gritter's by himself on an island. Backup is finally here. Taking down Garchomp. Cramorant's like, oh yeah, I'm bad. I scored. Now show up so I can ult. Well, no one's going to show up here.
They're just going to let him rip it.
They're just going to let him rip it. All right.
Nope, the bird just left. He's like, nope, I'm going back.
All right. A juicy Cramorant ult is about to appear. Now's the time to do it. Yep, activated. Look at those Arracudas. Its health is above half. If its health at half or lower, then Pikachu starts to shoot out. Makes you think, how many Pikachus are underground?
I mean, I feel like a lot because it's a mouse Pokemon, right?
That's true. It's it's probably powering up the stadium.
Exactly.
There goes the Articuno.
Pikachu.
Ulting the stall. I don't think he can do much more. Archomp's trying to go in, but it's gonna die a hero.
Oh, they got their lick back. No lucky for you.
No lucky for them. All right, this Sairledge is almost level 14. It should get it by the time it deals with this Regirock all by itself. We don't need to wait. Hold on. I'm about to say we don't need to supervise him, but just in time, Greninja is here taking massive amounts of damage, and he just got the defensive buffs from Regirock. He can't run from this. Nope. I think he went down to burn damage. You ain't getting that, son. Come on. Oh, there he goes. Garchomp getting 90 points in. Dragon rushing away. Getting stuck on a wall. Gonna Dragon Rush, Dragon Claw it. And gonna get caught for it.
Yep, that's the first thing they want to go after. If they get that Garchomp. Oh no. Yep, they got it.
Juicy experience.
One for one.
Articuno, get out of there. No.
You guys still got 30 seconds, y'all.
132 to 279. All right, 15 seconds until the final exam of the final game. It's gonna be Groudon. Just hook shot somebody. Yes, grab him. Grab him right now. Don't let him leave. KO him. All right, Mewtwo has ulted. Whoa, time to go in with Delmise. Delmise crashing the party, and that was a team wipe. That's a blink and you missed it. The game is already over. That was fast.
Once you saw that hook, and then everyone died.
So I like what Delmise did. He saw Mewtwo Y ult. when Mewtwo I ult, defenses go down. So that means attack.
Mhm.
Delmai's ulted. Garchomp ulted. Cramorant didn't even need the ult. He was chilling. He, he just was just there to help pressure the Articuno. You see how easy it is to like crumble a team when they don't have the defender in front of them?
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Final score 132 to 279. Well, Los Chechitambos with a reverse 3-0 here. They have won the set. Looks like they're picking up steam as the sets went on, as the matches went on. While less mons became available, but that looks like Chechitambos just became more powerful. They got a deep bag of tricks. Tokido once again for the third time in a row MVP. 12 KOs, 7 assists, 90 overall rating, 114 points scored. Dominance. 85,000 damage dealt. This is like the one game out of like 5 he had sub 100k damage dealt. And he still did a lot. This player is efficient. Well, let's see if we get an interview with the winning team. We'll have you guys sit tight. We'll be right back. You
Thankfully, it was just the inside, but still.
All right, GX, go with your questions.
let me think of one. Well, reverse 3-0. Let's start with that. You guys were battling like every single game, but like after a while, you guys started picking up some serious momentum. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about you guys' mental going on through the set. How was it like initially after like the first 2 games? How are you guys feeling?
Since I wasn't there, it's really hard for me to say. But from what I've heard, like from the group chat and whatnot, it was like sort of stressful, mainly because it like um it was kind of like no idea what's going on and trying to like figure out like how are we gonna win this for the most part, and um you know and I it's really hard for me to like answer that question since I was in the first 2 matches. I had to deal with work stuff.
Well, that's fine. Let's talk about
But
the match you were a part of. Let's talk about that first game you were there for. You had a lot of work on your
um,
plate. What was your mindset like? What were you trying to accomplish when you were there? Besides, like, oh, I gotta win this for my team, so we stay in the set.
well, yeah, I wanted to win. One, two, I just knew they were just gonna either target ban me or steal one of my picks. So I was like, yeah, no. But that's out the window. And then number two, with the very few with the picks that were left, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go carry. Okay, sorry, excuse my language, but I was like, you know what? I see a Mewtwo game. I was originally gonna go Sableye, but as soon as I saw Pony, I was like, Sableye's terrible. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go Mewtwo. You know what? I'm gonna go Mewtwo. And I was like, not even gonna lie. All I came in and came from work super frustrated, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take out my frustration on the game, and like I really want to win. So I was like, you know what? Locked in.
Very nice. Very nice. I mean, you came in and you didn't lose any games. That was your teammate. You went undefeated as far as you're concerned. You gotta be feeling great about that.
I mean, to be honest though, I was a little bit disappointed that I wasn't able to play the entire set through, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people were expecting me to play like the entire set through, and I wish I was,
It happens,
because
man. Don't worry about it. It happens.
and you know, it is what it is.
All
Any
right.
other questions?
Well, next question. I see your bans are pretty consistent throughout the entire set, even when you weren't here. A lot of Charizard Wise, Lacy's, and Umbreon's being banned. Let's talk about that. What about those characters you don't
Well,
like?
well, well, for me personally, like, and to be even more specific against like Panic at the Islands team comp, since they like to do like coordinated like burst or CC comps, we were like banning that a lot, and then because like the first games were like a whole bunch of like Umbreon, Suicune bans. Like we didn't want to deal with CC, but we still got screwed over by CC anyway, so it really didn't matter. But it was like I don't even know, because like I had to see the matches for myself to like try to figure out what's going on. But from what it looks like, it was more like kind of like knowing a little bit their MO and trying to counter it in a way, and knowing their script, sort of, question mark.
No, yeah, I totally understand. You needed to gather more information to properly counteract what they were doing. So with the stable bans you guys did have, able to sort of understand what they were going for and just counterattack from there. So yeah, good stuff. So yeah, last question. I always like to ask this to every team since we're doing All Star and eventually Fear Mode more consistently now. How do you
Hmm.
feel about the game modes into the later rounds when there's just less bonds available?
Well, I would say, um, for me personally, I'm not worried at all in the slightest. But I'm pretty sure there's people on my team that perhaps haven't played All Star Draft before or Fear Mode, not like this. So it's kind of like a little bit of chaos. But it's more so of getting used to it. And as the weeks go by, we kind of figure out, okay, you know, like have say 5 mons minimum that I need to have just in case they either ban my comfort picks or they ban it or they like or once I'm running low out of options, I'm like, do I want to like have like a secret weapon that I haven't told anybody? Because like for example, me, a lot of people would know me for playing a lot of Blissey, a lot of Comfy, maybe Hoopa, or like Sableye at some points. But you know, I could be really nasty on Mewtwo, as you just saw, and it's just knowing what to have ready. You know what I mean? It goes for every team. You gotta like know who you're up against and kind of have uh like a secret weapon or two ready. Just sorry if my answers sound really like cookie cutter.
Ah, you're fine, man. It's
'Cause,
your answer. It is what it is. This is your interview, man. I don't judge.
I know my mind's kind of flustered. But I'm really grateful for my teammates to be able to like pull through while I was gone, and I was able to thankfully come back in time for like the last set and able to finish it off.
Yeah. Well, congratulations once again to you guys. You guys starting off on a big W. Well, that's all the questions I had. As all you guys know, I will upload this very soon to the respective channels under G2_Unite. Look forward to that. As always, the condensed version will be, I believe, on the YouTube platform. And if you want to see it absolutely right away, you can just watch it on Twitch again under the highlights tab. It'll be there. So yeah, well, we will see you guys next time. There should be more matches in this upcoming week, so look forward to that. Night, chat.